Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we are once again taking a look at those radical heroes in a half shell. That's right, I've got another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review for you here today. And today we're looking at the 2014 movie version Michelangelo figure released by Playmates. Now these Ninja Turtle figures were released around the same time as the movie in August, and the particular set that I've got was actually a 4-pack that was exclusive to Target. However, you can pick up these figures individually. Let's go ahead and get started by taking a look at that packaging. Alright guys, taking a look at the packaging, as we come across the front of the box, what you're going to see is an image of the 4 turtles from the film on the left. You will see a window box packaging that features all 4 turtles from the film, along with their accessories going from left to right. You can then see that this box is made up of various shades of green with the Ninja Turtles logo down in there at the bottom. And off to the right side it does say that this is the Ninja Turtles Group Pack by Playmates. Flipping this package around now, you do see in the upper left-hand corner some images of the turtles from this movie. You've got the logo for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well as a bio. Go ahead and pause now to read that. On the right, you do have the images of all the other figures in this wave, and at the bottom, you do have a complete look at the figures that are inside this packaging. Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's go ahead and get back to the Ninja Turtle that we're reviewing today. Alright guys, here we have Michelangelo out of the packaging, and his sculpting and paintwork are fairly decent. I wouldn't say they're as good as Raphael's, but they're a little bit better than Leonardo and Donatello's, at least in the painting department. As we take a look at Michelangelo, we'll see that he does have just a little bit of texturing actually done on his eye wraps here. And he does have his sculpted eyes, and he's got some nose sculpted there. He's got a little bit of bumps going on his shoulders here on either side. He's got some sculpted detail on his cowrie shell necklaces, on his shell. If you flip him around here, he's got lots of shell detail, which is really great. He's also got a hoodie sculpted around his waist, and he's got some texturing here on his pants. I don't know if these are like dive pants or bike pants or what they are. And as we come down, he does have some sculpted detail on his shoes, and even has his toes poking through, which I think is a great homage to all those classic 80s, 90s turtle figures that would be in human clothes with their toes poking out. So that's kind of fun. Paintwork wise, this guy looks pretty decent too. He's still missing some paint on his necklaces, and he's still got some other detail like on his wrist here that's not painted. But overall, it's not like Donatello or Leonardo where it just seems like a lot of painting was either just painted one flat color or missing altogether. I like that he's got some paint variation on the hoodie, that he's got this pinstriping going on the pants, and they reused that color again on the shoelaces and on the detail on the shoe. I like that he's got some silver paintwork on the metal on the back of his hands and on his necklace here. There is a little bit of paint slop on his belt, unfortunately, with the silver. And this Michelangelo's eye is a little mispainted here on the right side, so I kind of wish that was a little bit better. But, you know, it's fairly decent, considering. This Michelangelo comes packaged with both of the accessories that you see here. The first one we want to take a look at is this 3-section staff. Now, this is kind of an interesting choice for Michelangelo. Having seen the film, he never actually uses this weapon in the movie, and this weapon is made out of somewhat rigid plastic, and much like the Nickelodeon Turtle toys that I've reviewed already, he's got a bit of wear already out of the box on this staff. I don't know if you can see that there, so I feel like this item would break if you continued to use it too much. But seeing as how Michelangelo never really uses a 3-section staff, I'm probably just going to leave that set to the side for the rest of its life. The other thing that Michelangelo comes with here is a set of nunchucks. Now, unfortunately, he just has the one set. He doesn't have 2. I don't know why. He's got 2 in the movie, and Michelangelo always has 2 nunchucks, so it's a bit perplexing that they would just leave one out. That said, this nunchuck does have some nice sculpt work on the handle. I don't know if that's coming through on my camera, but there is actually a Chinese dragon and some calligraphy on the handle of this nunchuck, which is consistent with how it looked in the film. I wish I would have painted it, but it seems like none of the accessories for these turtles are getting paintwork. Now, the nunchuck itself does fit nicely into Michelangelo's hand. You just go ahead and plug it into either side. It is a bit of a rigid plastic, so if you work it a lot, you are probably going to end up breaking that rope, so you'll just have to be careful of that. And like most of the other turtles in this wave, Michelangelo has no weapon storage. I mean, as you look around on this turtle, there is just nowhere you could possibly stick these nunchucks, or this one nunchuck, which is a bit disappointing. But I'm glad that he at least has one of his signature weapons. The articulation for this Michelangelo figure is consistent with what we've seen so far from this line. He does have a head that'll spin a full 360 degrees, and it is on a ball joint that just pops off pretty easily and pops right back on. He does have a shoulder joint that'll spin a full 360 degrees. It also has a hinge, so it can move out from the body that far and back down. He does have a full 360 degree rotation at the elbow, as well as a single joint that'll move down that far and up that far. There is no wrist or finger articulation on this figure, and that articulation is copied on the other side. There's no waist articulation or an ab crunch, but he does have a hip joint that'll allow his leg to spin a full 360 degrees. It will move forward, only about that far, and move back, not too far. That hoodie really gets in the way of any sort of backward movement for either leg. And he's got a knee joint that'll move back only about that far, again somewhat hindered by the hoodie, and move forward that far. and it does spin a full 360 degrees. There is no toe or ankle articulation on these turtle figures for the movie. Height-wise, this Michelangelo figure is definitely the shortest in the new Turtle movie line. He comes in at just about 4.5 inches tall. For some size comparison, here we have 2014 movie Michelangelo compared to the 2003 animated series Mikey, and here he is compared to the 2006 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fast Forward Michelangelo, and compared to the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Shell series Mikey. And finally, here he is compared to the 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Infinite series Wolverine. Huh, and they say I'm supposed to be the short one. Dude, not cool. Alright toy fans, well that's my review of the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie series Michelangelo figure released by Playmates. And overall, I am generally pleased with this figure. I think he's got some great paint applications. It doesn't look like they're missing as much as they are in the Leonardo or Donatello figure, but I also don't think he holds up to the standard that we saw with the Raphael figure. He still has some issues with articulation. None of the figures in this line seem to have wrist articulation, which is a real detriment to the line in general. But he is a milestone figure, so if you're interested in getting all the different incarnations of Michelangelo that come out, you definitely want to pick up this figure. Otherwise, he may be a bit of a pass for you. It's up to you. Alright guys, well that's my review. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to rate, share, and subscribe. Also be sure to hit me up on Twitter at D21Beast. Thanks for watching, and remember, his girlfriend is totally the Hogo Shah.